Hi, my name's Pete Morrill. I'm the owner and the operator of Mountain Kennels. We've been breeding and training Labrador Retrievers for about 25 years. This is Sonny. He's about a 12-week-old yellow lab, and he's just starting the Super Citizen progress. As you can see, Sonny is pretty mellow in my lap, but you're going to see when I get him on the ground, he's not going to be nearly as mellow. Our goal in this next session is to teach you how to condition train your puppy. To the hear command and to the whistle. When we say condition your puppy, we're not talking about obedience. We're talking about almost asking the dog to have an involuntary response to come to you. Maybe you've heard of Pavlov's dog. Pavlov was a guy who thought he was finding out something brilliant when he fed the dog, or he rang a bell and then he fed his dog. He rang a bell and he fed his dog. He rang a bell and he fed his dog, and did that for 2 weeks. And then he just rang the bell and the dog started to drool. And he came up with this term, conditioning. And he thought he was brilliant, and maybe he was. But what he was doing was he was giving us a tool in the dog training world. That wasn't his goal, but the tool was, if we do something right before we give dogs food, then they will be conditioned to that response. So what we're going to do with little Sonny and a couple other of his friends is we're going to blow a whistle, and then he's going to come to us and we're going to give him food. And the faster he comes to us, the more food he's going to get. And what you're going to see is he's going to be conditioned to the hear command and to the whistle. That will be our goal for the next part of this video. Okay, today we're teaching these 3 dogs to come on the whistle command. So I've got a whistle here. I'm going to wait till they're distracted. And I'm going to put food down, and they're going to get rewarded by that food. Remember how we talked about the conditioned response? They're running ahead. When they get distracted, you guys are going to have to back up. When they get distracted, they're going to come. And the ones that come quickest are going to get the most food. All right, we're going to keep going, and we're going to do this maybe 5 to 10 times. I've got a little canister of dog food. It's not, I don't really care if they obey. I'm going to get them conditioned to coming. So Simba's got a rock, and he's learning that he doesn't get any food if he doesn't come, which is fine with us. So now we're going to keep coming. They're distracted by their food. And we're going to keep walking towards them. Uh-oh, Simba ran over the little Sonny. And waiting till they're distracted. And all 3 of them come, and the ones that come the quickest get the food. I'm going to walk this way just to make it a little bit more distracting. Change things up a little bit. Once they get distracted, I'm going to blow the whistle. But they're not distracted. They're sticking right with me. Especially little Redford. You can see Redford's on to this little game. He's sticking right with me. Now, Sonny was a little bit late to the party, so he gets a little less food. So again, we're not teaching these dogs to obey. We're conditioning them to the whistle. Now what I'm going to do on week 2, after I've conditioned them to the whistle, I'm going to do this. Here. And I'm going to add the word here. And eventually, what I'm going to do, here, is I'm going to put here first, and they're going to start being conditioned to the word here. This is how we condition dogs to come to us. We walk away from them when they're distracted. We say, here. And we give them a reward. Remember, conditioning means when they obey quickly, they get a food reward. What we're trying to do is get the dogs to eventually come here to our hand like this. And we'll show you that in our individual training video. But we want them to learn, here means come to my hand. And when they come to my hand, so remember, our command for here is here. And putting our hand down, we always want them to think our hand could be giving them a treat. That's conditioned response. Here. Here. This is Sonny's very first time in doing this drill. And so he's learning from the other two who have been doing it for about 2 weeks. Watch. Here. See how quickly Sonny has picked up that he needs to come to my hand? One session, and I've begun to condition him. I'm going to do this for a week or two every time I take them for a walk, maybe 3 or 4 times per walk, so they're not expecting me to do it every second, and they're learning by being conditioned. Once again, it's a pretty easy and simple way to condition your dogs to both the whistle and the here command. Good boys. Good boys. All right.